In today's cover story, the purchasing power of China's population is rising so much and so fast, according to the World Bank, that it's reaching relatively comparable levels to what Americans can afford with their paychecks. By measuring what people pay for goods in their own country against how much they earn, the World Bank found China's population able to afford about 87% of goods and services that Americans buy with U.S. dollars. And China's on track to surpass it.
A lawyer, for example, might make, equivalent of $12,000 a year. So professionals are not as highly paid. Now that would also circle back to this study saying they don't need as much money.
The scale known as purchasing power parity skews in favor of largely poor countries that have seen a dramatic rise in wages and in the value of its currency. China has all three. Ted Fishman wrote a book on it called China Inc.
One really important thing to keep in mind is if a currency is 40% more valuable than it was 15 years ago,
that boosts purchasing power. While China's population, 4 times that of the U.S., increases this measure of China's economic health, it also hurts it by another measure, productivity. China's GDP per capita is 99th in the world. The U.S., 12th.
One farmer in America with a combine and the right hybrid seeds can be as productive as 20,000 farmers in China.
Economic analysts see this and call it opportunity.
The good news for Americans is as the economy grows, we have a richer population to sell into for the things that we make. And as China grows, one of the reasons it's growing is because its currency is getting stronger.
In the major cities of Shanghai and Beijing, they add 1,000 cars a day to traffic. That's been the case for 10 years. They need fuel.
It's to our advantage to have a stronger middle class with buying power everywhere in the world.
It's worth pointing out that Chinese consumers have about 1/10 as much money to spend as Americans have in their wallets. By that measure, China's consumers are on par with the Philippines, Bolivia, and Iraq. Also, the World Bank study does not assess China's global economic strength. In a straight-across comparison, U.S. GDP of $17 trillion is about twice that of China's.